MYOB is such a phenomenal album and it means so much to me. Particularly at the time when it came out, I was going through a lot of change in my life where I was moving cities, I had relationship changes, making new friends. I had a lot of change all over that I was going through, looking for new job opportunities, and this album really helped me through all of those changes. And every song really hit home straight to my heart for things that I was going through at the time. Musically, I thought it was just the best pop album ever and I couldn't get enough of listening to it. And Deborah, your voice in this album was just on point, so strong and so phenomenal. I love the stories that are being told throughout the album, and I particularly love the subtlety of getting softer and softer as the album goes on, and the jazzy tracks in Blue and Jaded are really just amazing songs and very different to a lot of the other songs that you've written on your other albums. I also remember back in this time, it was a time where you would wait in great excitement to get albums, merchandise, and I particularly remember the What You Want single that was released through the website on a VHS tape. And when I received that, I was so excited and I watched the video clip over and over again. And I thought how stunningly beautiful were throughout the whole video clip. So happy 20th anniversary MYOB to such a phenomenal piece of work and phenomenal and amazing sounding music. Lots of love, Aussie Bruce.
We are celebrating the 30th anniversary of MYOB, and I have a lot of memories attached to MYOB. Someone I am proud to call my friend gave me this, and I am very thankful to her and our friendship, and I'm thankful for all the wonderful friends I've made, and happy anniversary MYOB.
On the ceiling if you want me. Hi Debbie, happy anniversary. I wanted to tell you about my almost meeting with Tony Orlando in 2019 at the ACM Honors on the red carpet. I was on the red carpet meeting celebrities. Tony Orlando was there and we noticed him and tried to get his attention. And he's like, oh, there's Keith Urban. I've got to meet Keith Urban. And he was tracking Keith Urban down. And then he came back our way and I'm like, Tony. And he's like, he was crying. He said, I just met Keith Urban. So the Tony Orlando selfie eluded me. The reason I tell you that to celebrate your album is because it must have been such an honor to meet such an humble and gracious man. He was the star there, and he was just mesmerized by the other people there. And that was the day before I went to America's Most Musical Family. And some of my friends there had talked me into getting a ticket last minute. They said, if Debbie Gibson's inviting you to Hollywood, you better go because you'll never get invited anywhere again. I'm thinking, oh no, you don't know her. She'll invite us other places too. But some Keith Urban fans talked me into getting a last minute plane ticket, about 24 hours before the flight took off. So I almost met Tony Orlando, then flew off to Hollywood the next day. So I'm just tying all of that into the anniversary of your album, because you sang with Tony on that album, and that must have been such an honor. I love so many of the songs from the album, and just congratulations on 20 years.
Hi Deb, it's Guitar Care, and it's no secret that we're celebrating MYOB's eternally epic 20th anniversary. It's one of my favorite albums of yours. I mean, from the clothes, the hair, that cool and spunky vibe. I mean, from start to finish, chef's kiss. And it's always hard to pick a favorite, but I've always felt a deep connection with the song Down That Road. Wishing You Were Here will always have a special place in my heart. Your incredible artistic collaborations with writing the one with China Phillips, as well as the fun duets. I mean, never would I have imagined. I would have been club dancing to Knock 3 times, but here we are. And also, like the World with Mr. Peebo Bryson, also one of my favorite artists. I mean, just complete swoon. And whenever I listen to this album, it always has me reflecting on my life experiences, both the highs and the lows, the ups and the downs, and how I've learned, I've grown, I've gotten better, and most importantly, how I've gotten stronger from those experiences. And this album has and will continue to be an empowering part of my journey. And I just wanted to say, MYOB, happy 20th.
Happy anniversary, MYOB, Mind Your Own Business. 2001 saw it released here in Australia, so again another muchly anticipated album by Debbie here. Favourite songs on the album for me would be Wishing You Were Here, followed by What You Want, and also Knock 3 Times. Still an album I go to listen to. It's got a lot of dance tunes, not a lot of piano, which I tend to like, but it's always good to have a bit of variety, so no complaints there at all. Yeah, so it's still a good album. I think it was the 7th one in the list of Deb albums, so yeah, happy anniversary.
Thank you. Hold on tight, hold on tight, hold on tight. All right. Hey, you guys. Happens just before a relationship starts to get ugly. And, right about that time when you kind of decide, I'm going to get out before it gets ugly, and we end up hating each other. It's called Down That Road. of you. Okay, before I continue, I wanted to introduce you, Mr. Ben.
Hey, it's Paul. Hey, I just wanted to do a short video to celebrate another major milestone in pop music history. Today we are celebrating the 20-year anniversary of the release of the album MYOB from Deborah Gibson. This is my second all-time favorite album from Deb after the Deborah album, which was the predecessor to this album. I think MYOB, like the Deborah album, continued to show a maturity in songwriting, and the vocals on this album are really quite stellar. One of my all-time favorite songs that she's done is called The One. I think vocally it's one of her finest performances. The notes that she hits on the song are really quite phenomenal. Gives me full body goosebumps every time I listen to it. Other great songs from the album include What You Want, Down That Road, Jaded, In Blue, and Your Secret. And I remember being at a club on a Saturday night when Your Secret was played, and I remember the floor was packed with people, and I was dancing on a box, and I remember looking around just thinking, oh, if only these people knew that this was Deborah. I think when people hear the name Debbie Gibson, they immediately think of 80s pop music, and obviously she created some of the greatest music in the 80s. But I think some of her later albums, unfortunately, were overlooked by the public, and that's really quite a shame because they are really, really quite good. So if you're not familiar with this album, I highly recommend it. I'm going to be giving it a spin here later today, and I hope you'll be able to do the same. So here's to 20 years of MYOB. I hope you give it a listen, and I hope you enjoy. Bye.
Debbie Gibson, it is Cliffy D, and we are celebrating the 20th anniversary of MYOB. Can you believe this album came out 20 years ago? I can't. Where did the time go? So this week we've been smuling it up, all the songs from the album, and it's been so great to relive the songs of the CD. And after doing Anything Is Possible and then doing this album, there's quite a change in it, yeah? I'm trying to remember when I got this for the first time, and 20 years ago I was a completely different person. I was living in Sydney, and I had just come out, and I was still struggling with like my sexuality and learning about life and being on my own. I ran away from my family and I didn't speak to them for 3 years, and living in Sydney and just dealing with things like that. I did a lot of crazy, silly things that I regret now, and there's a period in my life where I go blank because I don't remember a lot of it. So that was when this album came out, and I think I probably got it either on your website back in the day or from DGIF. I cannot remember. But it was before Spotify, before we had any sort of streaming service. We had to physically have the album. And I remember it was very different. And my favorite song still to this date on this album is Wishing You Were Here. And I just love that song so much. And it's a song that I can relate to, especially when I'm feeling down. It just makes me happy. And I love The One, and I love Down That Road, and I love Knock 3 Times, and In Blue. It's just a great album. So here's to 20 years of MYOB, and take care, and see you soon. Mwah.
I'm wishing you were here. I'm writing letters and your candle is burning. Things could be better, can't handle this yearning. Can't stop my head from spinning, wishing you were here. Wish you were here to see the moon in the skies. Here to see the light in my eyes, looking at the stars. And wishing you were here to put a smile on my face, here to get caught in my warm embrace, looking at the stars and wishing you were here, wishing you were here.